What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. We're back for round 2. We're going to try this again, see if we can figure out what's going on with this React live stream package and why it's not working. As per usual, it's Friday, so happy hour here on the East Coast, 5 p.m. EST. So again, just going to share, drinking that mainstay brew, right? This is the Poplar Pills. And if you've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you'll get the joke that Teddy loves the pills. Teddy loves the pills. All right, so this is me, RyanHarris.dev. Let's do it. So we got to open some stuff first of all. We're gonna open up the Twitch plugin itself, which, yeah, okay. React live stream, cool. So this is what we were working on yesterday, trying to get this to work. And then we need to go back to our terminal. And we actually want to split this window. And let's go code. And so we're working with a test Gatsby. Yeah. So basically what we were trying to do yesterday is we were trying to figure out why this React component that I built and published as an NPM package does not seem to work in a Gatsby site, whereas we can prove this out real quick. Let's see. It should still work in a Create React app, which is how I originally tested it. So let's check that out, confirm that's the case. So what we need to do here, yarn link. Okay, so we're already linking, and then this one, we want to link to React live stream, so we're using our local package here. Okay, yarn run start. Cannot resolve Twitch plugin found in source. Okay, that's probably because I renamed it. Yo, what's up, Taos? We're back at it again. We're trying to figure out what's going on with this package. Uptime. 4 minutes. Okay, so what we need to do here is we actually need to open a new code window. Full screen that. And we want to open, let's see, test React app. This is actually not called that anymore. It's called React live stream. Yeah, Talbs, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to figure out what has been going on here. So just give me 1 second. Let's see. So this is running. Did we yarn link React live stream here? Yarn run start. Invalid hook call. Okay. Not sure why that's happening. So now it doesn't work in the React app either. Let me stash my changes here. Okay. Gatsby clean, or remove rf.cache. And then let's yarn run start. Yeah, so Talbs, I'm currently using rollup for this package, but I was just doing a proof of concept at work using micro bundle, and it seemed pretty easy to use, so I was thinking maybe that might be a good way to go. Okay. So this is the issue we've been having, is I think it has to do with our rollup config. So let's go back to the browser. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, so now we have something's going on here now. I did make a bunch of changes yesterday, but I just stashed them, so that should be okay. Okay. Oh, actually, this needs to be yarn run build, of course. Cache. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad that that was your thinking too, because I think that's the way I'm gonna have to go. All right, so let's see if this actually works now. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do yarn run start. Sorry. I was wondering why that was a different log than usual. Hooks cannot be called inside the body of a function. So in our rollup config, this is where we had some issues where it's like, I'm not sure what needs to be a dev dependency, what needs to be a peer dependency. So I don't think that we actually want to do this. And for some reason, React does not seem to be in our package JSON. We have React DOM, but no React. Very strange. All right, yarn add React. Okay, so now it's added as a dependency. And Talvs, I don't know if you are familiar with the dependency array versus dev dependency, but I think part of what's going on is that my dependencies actually should be dev dependencies, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So that, of course, is not going to work still. And then I think what we need to do is actually do this, do that. So the Create React app won't even boot now, which is interesting. Let's see, where's our other project? Okay. So this is our React app. I'm assuming if I do this and comment this out that it'll actually work. Yep, it renders properly. Okay, so clearly something we're doing is causing this problem. So let's uncomment that. Let's go. We need to uncomment this as well. We are actually gonna be doing Twitch. So let's get rid of all this other stuff. And we know I'm streaming, so, excuse me, let's just use my username because then we should see something. Invalid hook call. Hooks can only be called inside the body of a function component. Yes. But I don't believe I'm doing anything other than that. So let's look at our two repos side by side. Sorry, I'm on a small screen here, or I have my resolution blown up so that y'all can see better. So as you can see, we have a function component, but its value is never read. Yeah, that's if we want to test that this works. Okay, let's go back to, so for some reason this prop type offline component of type function supplied expected a single React element. A lot of these errors I keep having have to do with prop types, so I'm actually gonna do this. Let's just completely ignore that for right now. We'll bring them back later because I think it's a good practice, but I'm also planning on transitioning this all to TypeScript, so we might not need it. Okay. So this imports React, and my package is, or our rollup config, is saying that React is an external dependency. What if we take that out? And then try it again. Same deal. Okay. Tooling is really fun. So why this, let's just make sure this is linked. Let's get rid of this Gatsby. This is our create React app. And basically what we want to do here, yarn, unlink React live stream. Okay, so now our local packages won't be linking to that. I think we probably have to run yarn link, yarn link React live stream just to make sure we're using the right one. Okay, yarn run. First we need to yarn run build this. And this is what watches our files with rollup. Yarn run start. This fires up our Webpack server for our React app. Okay. It's like everything just completely broke, and now I have really no idea what's going on. So it's saying I can't call a hook. Invalid hook call. Hooks can only be called in the body of a function component, but it doesn't. So it's saying it's in React live stream. However, if we go into React live stream, which is this, there's really only one file here, and it's all one function component. Function component. Yes, I'm using some hooks, but I'm importing them from React. So I'm wondering maybe because I think it has something to do with my dependencies. So maybe this dependency needs to be a dev dependency, not a dependency. So I'm actually gonna look at the package JSON documentation, which I have open. Let's take a look here. Dependencies. Okay. You mean, so the package that I'm getting an error in is React Livestream, and that's the one that I built. And for some reason, I can't seem to get it to work in a Gatsby site. I had it working in a Create React app, but I just blew everything up, apparently. What I might actually do is, I made some changes yesterday, but I didn't commit them. So if I look at our log, so yesterday I bumped the version, so I'm gonna reset hard head origin. So I want to reset to the origin master. Git reset hard origin master. Okay. So now this should be, so React needs to be a peer dependency. Okay. So I'm assuming this still isn't working. Let's check. Oh. Nope, still nothing. So Tony, React must be a peer external dependency in the library. So Yeah, so I have to reinstall it because for some reason yesterday it wasn't even in my dependencies, which is strange. But if I install this, Tony, how do I define that it's a peer dependency? I was reading something that said that behind the scenes, the peer dependencies get defined, but is that the case? Or do I need to define it as a dev dependency? And that's a question too, like here in the rollup config, does it need to be an external dependency as well? Like, do I need it in both places? Is that why it's not picking it up? Go ahead and add React. You cannot have two instances of using React when using hooks. Hey, what's up, Dan? Yeah, it's I heard very good developers have handlebars. Okay, so Tony, I have in the rollup config, it's now external dependency is React. And in my package JSON, I now have a dev dependency of React. Is that right? Or do I need to move this to a peer dependency? Let's see. Peer dependent. In some cases, you want to express the compatibility of your package with a host or tool library while not necessarily doing a require. This is usually referred to as a plugin. So is this like, hey, by defining a peer dependency, I'm saying that this is intended to be used within React? Maybe? Peer dependencies. It's okay to leave it as a dev dependency, but maybe I'll just do that straight up. But what else needs to be a peer dependency? I guess only these two, because this defines, so according to this, it's saying like what host tool or library. So the rollup stuff and the Babel stuff, I think is just a dev dependency because it's part of my build process. It's not part of the process for a user of this package. Whereas if you're using it, you have to have React. I think is that right, Tony? Let's remove our node modules since now I've updated the package JSON. All right, so, and these things too, like these I think are dev dependencies because they're used. Yeah, so I think emotion and prop types also should be moved down because I believe what it is they're part of my development experience, not the developer who's using this package. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Yeah, we're back at it again. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment, but we're gonna get this to work. And if I can't get rollup to work, I'm trying micro bundle. Okay, so peer dependencies, things that we're going to be using this package within. Dev dependencies, things that I'm using to make this small React component. Okay, let's save that. Let me see the rollup config. And honestly, I like rollup because of the name. Like I haven't really used many of these build tools too much, especially to publish or maintain a tool. Okay, external. When you're working on a really, like I have a 32-inch monitor, but I have it scaled for y'all so you can see the font much more easily. So this is like the only way I can really navigate through this documentation because they don't really have like a sidebar or anything. It's just one page, which I don't really like. Let's see if maybe they're on GitHub and their document, the README is easier to read. Okay. External config. Nope. So it's going to point me back to their docs user guide, which is where I was. Configuration. config, blah, blah, blah. And Tony, this is a good question for you too. This is something I need to look up that I'm not too familiar with in terms of CommonJS or ES modules, because this is going to be used in a React context. My understanding is that CommonJS is for Node. Yeah, CommonJS is Node, right? That's what allows you to do the require syntax, whereas ES modules are what allow you to do the import-export syntax, I think. Tony, confirm me with that one. So that's probably part of the problem here. ES modules. A cartoon deep dive. Gotta love that. Mozilla's the best. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think part of the problem here is that I'm saying my format is CommonJS. I think it needs to be ES module. Carbon actually takes all their dependencies and peers and throws them in an external. Really? Yeah, Joseph, that's actually a good point. I was working on a proof of concept for creating some hooks at work earlier, and I was looking at the Zeit use SWR stuff as a sort of like guide for like, hey, how are people that are maintaining this professionally maintained package doing this? So this is a Webpack config is what it seems like. Nope, rollup config. Interesting. Resolve. So the resolve is, I have that commented out, but I'm pretty sure that I actually need that because it is what allows us to determine where our, excuse me, our node modules are. And you'll notice it's only outputting UMD. Interesting. Yes. UMD dependencies. Yeah, they're only doing, and then they have globals, React. Interesting. Wow. Let me see on the roll. Does rollup on their GitHub say who uses them? Because I know Microbundle does, which is like a good way for me to look at other source code. Who uses it? Okay, well, let's try the ES module. You should be creating both bundles and specify the main and module files in your package. Yeah, Tony, that's what Microbundle does. That syntax was pretty easy to do there. So maybe I need to be using both of these plugins. Let's see, roll up plugins. Create a roll-up configuration to import the plugin. Okay. Should I just try swapping this out for Microbundle right now? Let's try it. I had a pretty easy time setting something up in about 5 minutes with Microbundle, so let's do it. Yeah, Joseph YOLO. By rollup. I really like the rollup and name, but somebody also linked me online. Our good friend Zach Davis was saying he likes Pika Package, and I looked that up, and that's a pretty cute one too. Cute logo. All right, Microbundle. Let's full screen this real quick. So what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to change our script here because we're not going to use this build script anymore, or at least not with rollup. We're going to have to create one for Microbundle. Yeah, I know Chris was doing some Snowpack stuff, and it sounded interesting. And then I between Snowpack and some of this WebAssembly stuff, I'm thinking maybe in the future, like maybe I'll look a little bit at Rust, but excuse me, right now I'm having like a really hard time publishing a React component, so maybe I should stay in my lane for a minute. Yeah, micro bundle is just your package JSON, right? So we just say, so main is your output path for your common node. That's right. Then we want to do an ES module here. So now we do, let's get rid of this comment, but this is essentially the same thing, I believe. Yeah, I actually found this really easy to understand too, because it's like, hey, like this is where you're outputting, this is where your source file is coming from, which I don't think I have defined. No, I don't. So we're going to need to do that. So our source files are in our source, in our source directory, appropriately named, and we have index.js, and our main is going to go into dist main. Our module is going to go into dist index module, and I don't know, Joseph and Tony, do I need a UMD? Oh. My hot corners. I gotta disable those when I stream. That happens way too much. Okay, scripts. So we're gonna do these two, which is nice. Just such a simple look here. Module should be index module .mjs. Ah, I've never seen that before. Okay, let's get rid of this. We can get rid of this roll up too, because we're not going to use that. Let's just get rid of it completely. Invalid prettier configuration detected. Okay. It's interesting. Yeah, it's because I don't have one set up. No, I do have one set up, so I don't know what it's talking about. Okay. Okay, so now we have, let's see, name. We still have the same version. We're going to have to bump that when we publish. Our source is in source. We're exporting a main to main, which is our common JS node. Oh, the next beta version. Should it be .esjs? Because they have, in their documentation, they're saying straight up module. Like that. I'll leave it like that for a second. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. That's what the docs say. And then just remove one variable from why things don't inevitably work. And so we have main, module, and then we have our scripts. And so inside of our dist folder right now, we have some stuff. So let's actually get rid of that altogether. Cool. And then if we yarn run build. Okay, so we just built something and it's being watched. Or no, I'm sorry, that was just a build. So our config works because we just exported some stuff. Let me exit this terminal. Let me go back to my main one. And so this is our rollup, but we don't want to use that anymore. We want to yarn run dev. So this is running our micro bundle watcher. Yeah. Compiling to dist. So it compiled these files for us. Cool. So it looks like we're getting common JS ES modules and this UMD, which is optional for unpackage. Interesting. And now we have a watcher running. So we should also, as we can tell, we have new files that just got built here. We updated our package. We changed our dependencies and roll up. Let's get rid of this. I'm finding the roll up docs not to be that great. Or at least maybe I don't understand them. Okay. So now if we go back here, hey, look, it works again. Cool. That's how we tested it the first time. It's a responsive iframe that it's an iframe inside of a div. It's responsive by style. So we know it works there. So let's get rid of this. So we know it's working in a test React app. Let's go back and let's look. I have a test Gatsby app too. Is it yarn run develop or yarn run start? I forget. So here's the test React app. We're going to close that. We're going to open a new window and we're going to do the test Gatsby app. I actually have it open over here. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Flying Dev? Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Also, for y'all in the chat, I just got this new mic mount over here. So let me know how I sound, if it's too loud, if I sound too distant. Okay, cool. So yarn on link react. Remove. Let's remove this. So this is because we've used this project before. Let's just get rid of the node modules and the cache and like reinstall everything and then link to our local package and then we can start doing some work. Cache, okay. Yarn. Also, another thing I'm doing today for the first time is I'm actually using the Streamlabs remote control app on my Android phone here on my desk. So I'm able to use it like a stream deck and change between scenes, adjust mic audio stuff. Yeah, Tals, I know that there's the Gatsby clean. I always just remove it. Oh, yeah. I actually, yesterday was the first time I used it. I'm glad you like it. I'm still going to tweak it. And this would be a good time to use a poll if I had one set up in chat. But do you think that the desktop is too small in this layout? Because I'm thinking maybe what I need to do is prioritize that space and fit all the other content in where it can fit as opposed to the other way around. So let me know what you think. And let's open this test Gatsby. So we have yarn run start, I believe. Yarn run develop, or start, same thing. react-livestream, and let me just double check over here that I actually have configured this environment variable. I have. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Dan, the reason it seems that the common convention for the stream output is to do it at 720. And when I say common convention, I mean a lot of more experienced streamers that I sort of use to base my strategy off of. That's essentially what they do. And I think, if I understand correctly, it's because the idea is that a lot of people don't tend to watch the stream full screen. I might be wrong about that, though. So bring my window under chat. Yeah, I could extend, unfortunately, because the aspect ratio of the screen, that's part of the problem, but. Yeah, and Joseph, yeah, too, yeah, also that's true. Okay. Yeah, it would be weird though because so I'm just capturing my display and I can blow it up, but unfortunately the taller it gets, the wider it gets as well. Can't resolve React live stream in pages. So this is the issue I was having yesterday. So it seems to be looking for React live stream in the pages directory. But so here is pages index. So this is my blog page. It's looking for React live stream and using it here, but saying that it can't find it. However, I just linked to the local package, so that's interesting. Can't resolve React live stream. So this is being linked. Let's double check that. Okay. So this, we want to do yarn link. Oh, I'm sorry, yarn. We want to link this package. So this might be something. Node resolves setting options module is deprecated. Please override options main field instead. Okay, we're gonna have to look that up in a second. And then here we're gonna want to link the React live stream package. Okay, yarn run start. It's probably gonna throw the same error. Yep, okay. So it's, at least here, it's looking in the right place. And Joseph and Tony, I think what's going on, it can't resolve React because maybe I don't have that defined as a dependency properly. So React live stream. And sorry for all the window jumping. It's just streaming at this resolution. Like ideally what I would like to do is I would like to have my monitor stay at the resolution I use it at and then transform it within OBS, but I haven't figured out how to properly scale like that. Yeah, Joseph, it should be external. So here, I currently have it as, let's see, package. So I have it as a peer dependency. And now that we're not using rollup, I actually don't have it as an external dependency like it was in the rollup config. Okay, so this is correct then. I think so. That sounds right. Oh, you know, maybe this is the issue I was trying to play with yesterday too. And Tony, maybe you and Joseph can help me here, is that because I'm using emotion, I'm using this JSX pragma. So I'm thinking that I have to actually define emotion as a peer dependency as well. Yeah, flying dev, definitely not. This is the type of stuff that I have more problems with probably than doing the logic and writing the code to get things done, which is, I don't know if that says a lot about me, a lot about JavaScript. And Tals, the other thing I did yesterday was I was thinking, hey, let's just do this. Let's try just with React straight up. We'll undo all the emotion stuff. Add it as a dependency. Do you mean just a straight dependency or like a peer? Oh, so you're saying because they don't necessarily, so because we need it to use the package, but it's not a peer dependency because that's not about the environment you're in. It needs to be a dependency because it's something that this package needs to operate. Is that the... And by operate, I mean just work properly. Okay, dependencies. So maybe this works. Also, this is an interesting error that I think we need to look at. So I'll look at that in a second. we have all these things open. Able to connect. That's because it can't compile. Can't resolve React in. So it's looking in the module. At least that we know that's something's working there. External React prop types or something like that. Just looking at their docs. You mean according to the microbundle docs, Joseph? Oh, that's cool. You can export TypeScript types for your package right away. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Where did you see that? So let's see. External specify external dependencies. Okay, so maybe that's the case here. And so for us, it would be external React, like this. React prop type. So I actually, did I comment out all the prop types? No, they're still there actually. Okay, let's try it because we're gonna want that anyway. And I'm wondering, so motion is a dependency, are specified with a simple hash. Okay, so my only question is, does a motion need to be a peer dependency and external as well? Let's see. So prop types is probably a dev dependency, I would think, because it helps with like type checking. Can't resolve React. Oh, that's because I'm doing the dev script. Do I need to run the build? Maybe I need to run the build? No. Joseph, you don't think I need the prop types either? Yeah, same deal. Can't resolve React in a motion core dist. Does this have to do with this message again? This resolve where it's looking in the... Yeah, I think it's looking in the wrong directory. So what do we get here? Yeah, let's see. Globals. Maybe here, let's try, you know what, before we do that, let's do @emotion core and see if that helps. No name was provided for the external module core in output globals. Guessing core. Yeah, Joseph, maybe globals. Same deal. Interesting. So here's some things built with microbundle. Let's take a look at one of these maybe. Like, well, Preact is probably pretty big. Theme UI? Globals. All right, so, and do you think I need, I guess a question I have for you too is like the micro bundle watch. I think when it detects that files are changing, watch runs build. So I don't need to keep rebuilding. You need to okay, globals react equals react. Wow, okay. So instead of this, do globals, you're saying? React equals react. Ah, okay. That's interesting. See, here we go. This same thing. No name was provided for motion core and output globals. Guessing core. Why is that? Oh boy. So they have prepare and watch. Does it need to be a peer depth? Maybe. I mean, I'm thinking that could potentially be part of it because it is, because we're using the JSX pragma. And that the next thing I'm thinking is that we get rid of that pragma completely and try to do it without it. And then I'll style it in a different way. Let's see. So we're still getting that error or that warning. Maybe what we need to do here, maybe we need to include like that, include a motion core as well. So we're still getting that error. That's very strange. Yeah, so why is it looking for React inside of a motion core? It needs the named export name for the external to be correct. The named export, okay. So not at a motion core, but I actually need to look in here then. Let's look in the node modules, at a motion core. I don't know. This is like maybe the least fun part of development. I thought this would be like, I got it working and I was very happy that I had it working and people could start using it. And now I've spent all this time trying to debug just build tools, and it seems like that's very counterproductive. Why would build tools be impossible? Yeah, this is the worst. And there's really no... So they're importing React into Emotion. And I'm using Emotion. Maybe because I'm using Emotion, we don't need React. I'm going to get rid of Emotion. I'm just going to completely get rid of that right now, because this seems to be causing more problems than it's solving. So get rid of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to just unstyle everything. I just need to see that it renders. I don't really care how it looks because we can fix that. Also, as Dan knows, like, I don't like styling very much, so if we don't have to do it, let's not do it. We can actually comment this whole thing out. We can comment out everything that says CSS. Or there's another block here. CSS. Let's see. Comment that out. Comment that out. Comment that out. Yeah, let's comment this one too. Why not? Okay. Okay, so now we're getting a different error. Can't resolve React in React Livestream dist. Yeah, the only thing I like to style is this. Inline styles, yes. Here or maybe I'll just use a style sheet. I don't know. What's the point? Default is imported from external module React, but never used. How's that? How's that possible? How are we not using React? External React. It's a peer dependency. This is one of those things where it's like, maybe with a little bit better documentation, this might be nice. Ah, yes, tells. That is a good point. Because as I said earlier, there was a weird thing where like I was trying to use this the other day and all of a sudden React was gone. Yeah, React is not there. That'll probably do it. So this is all right now. So I'm actually going to just blow away the node modules. Cool. Same errors. Very interesting. Yarn build watch. Isn't the watcher though running build behind the scenes? Let me double check that. That's my understanding of how that works, but watch. Microbundle has two commands, build and watch. Watch acts just like bundle, but it watches your files. Yeah, so it's while it's watching, it's running bundle. So I don't need to I guess I don't need to touch this at all. So I have two errors: the resolving and not finding React. So it might have to do with this because node resolve, I think, is what's supposed to be able to determine what folder it's looking in for things like React. So maybe this is why, or maybe I don't need that as an external. Same errors. Oh, you don't think that it's running the build with my flags? Ah. What if we do... Oh, so you're saying dev should just be... Yarn. Okay. Can we do this? Can we pass these flags here? Yarn build watch. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because then it'll run watch... I think we just need to run For dev, I think we just run watch. Well, but Joseph, if there's two commands, there's micro bundle build and watch watch runs build. Can we just do yarn run micro? Shouldn't it be just like micro bundle watch? So yarn build watch. So it'll run build. So you're saying that it's running the watcher and the watcher will run build? Okay, that's confusing, but I trust you. Same deal. Let me try this. Because now that we got rid of emotion, same errors every time. Oh, so you think that is the way to go? So you said it was yarn build watch, yarn build watch. So it's running, yarn is running the build script micro bundle with these flags and watch. So it's like sort of interpolating it. Like, so it essentially is thinking that it's doing yarn micro bundle with all these flags here and then watch essentially. Okay. Interesting. So now when we run it, we should see those flags. Yeah, you're right. Yep. We're still getting these two same errors though. This seems to be part of what I think it's this, how we're resolving where our node modules are. Same thing, can't find React in dist. What? Yeah, I mean, I tried external. Is it externals React like that? Still the same thing. And the error is exactly the same too. Resolve, node resolve. Joseph, couldn't I just do something? Can I do this essentially here too? Like, wouldn't this be the same thing? Would that be the same? Okay. Watch, micro bundle build. External, not externals. Yes. Okay. Let's try one more time. Same thing. Same thing, probably. Yep. Can't find React in dist. Okay, so this, I think it definitely has to do with this node resolve. Because I know when I was doing the roll-up stuff, I was running into the same exact issue. Make sure to compile via microbundle target node. Specify your target node or web. So default is to web. Might be failing because I believe that you need to have it be node compliant because the way that Gatsby does its build is via a node, is in a node event. Target browser, okay. You put watch after the flags. Yeah, I think, Joseph, I'm starting to see why you're the way you preferred the syntax, because then you don't have to write everything the same way. For externals, does it need to be equals? Just like, no, globals. Globals, yeah, so target. So it should be web, I think it was. Yes. It says target should be node or web. Target browser. Tony, it doesn't look like that's one of the options here. Node or web, default to web. Can we do both? Because I'm wondering if that, because Gatsby does its builds in like that node environment. So maybe that's what's preventing this from working. Nope. Okay. You don't think it's the target? Also, does target need to be... I wish they had an example of all of them. Because like here, you're doing react equals react, API key. Okay, it only exists 2 places. Does React need to be do these need to be dev dependencies and peer dependencies? I don't think so, but. No, I'm getting the same exact errors. Yeah. Do I maybe need React DOM as well as an external? Nope. Learn to code, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Where is a micro bundle? We're using micro bundle. Let's go to the NPM site. Target browser. Okay, let's do it, Tony. If their own docs are wrong, I mean, it would not be the first time I've come across that. That's for sure. Target browser. Still getting these same. And when I Google it, it doesn't really seem to come up. The only thing I keep seeing is people suggesting you try micro bundle next. So I was gonna look at that. Micro bundle. Which I believe is just a version. Version 11. Only build specified formats. But the default is to build all of them. You think those are just warnings from the transpiler? Okay. Because it's building the files. Like, if we remove dist, and we go back to, we see dist is gone, but then if we were to run yarn run dev, it will write those files. Yep. Compiling the dist. It wrote all of these. And we can see these are our source file, or our distribution files that that will be released. Thanks. Appreciate that, Flying Dev. Yeah, and Tony and Joseph, the one thing I'm not doing is I don't have the dist files checked into Git, because I was looking at the Zeit use SWR and they specifically do not check those into Git. And I'm pretty sure I don't need to do that, right? That should not be part of my Git. Because when I do the publish, okay, yeah, and then when I publish it to NPM, like it either builds it, or when people pull it down, it gets built. Yeah, I removed it. It's not in the Git history anymore. So you build it and you publish it because the dist files go up in npm publish, but you don't check it into Git because you don't want it on GitHub. Right? I think that's how it goes. So we also have this Babel config here, which was another thing that I was thinking yesterday. What's going on? I know that I saw someone else's source code that was just literally this. Yeah, what's up, Digital Drummer? Welcome aboard. We are currently trying to figure out what the heck is going on. The heck. Does Micro Bundle want a Babel config? I don't think so. They have their own Babel config. Fix Babel cache bleed. Interesting. Doesn't say anything. I do have one. Should we just get rid of it? Let's remove it. Too late. Okay. Next, I would check the build file for the externals named export. So you mean check the dist files and see if they're actually exporting stuff? Yeah, Dan, seriously. This is why like stuff like Redwood's gonna take off, because who wants to continue doing this instead of actually building things that work? I see exports, Tony. That's about it. Require. So, oh, yeah, this is, okay, require. Has my errors. There's our prop types. Require React. Check the, okay, so it require, yeah, so it's looking for React here. Now if we check the, you're saying check the modules bundle, okay. So this should have an import. Aha, look. Import use effect and use state from React, but I don't see import React. Now, why would that be? Use effect from React. Let's see. Import React. Provider, all this stuff. Okay. Okay. All right. Require React. They all seem to be requiring. However, look, it seems like I don't... Why is React not in my node modules? React. RC. React is not in here. We removed our node modules and then reinstalled them. So why are these still here? Because it's an external in the package. Okay, so let me just reinstall that real quick. So you're saying make sure that it exists within the Gatsby app? It does. Yeah, it's, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna test out this theory that it's because Gatsby builds in Node. How am I importing? You mean importing in the Gatsby app? So in the Gatsby app, I'm importing React Livestream from React Livestream. And the way I export it out of the package is React Livestream gets defined as a function. And then at the bottom, we're exporting the default. I'm doing a default. So I fired it up, building it with a target node, because I wonder if it really does have to do with the build process for Gatsby being done in Node. Nope, doesn't seem to give a shit about that. So target doesn't seem to do anything for us. React. Let's go back to the micro bundle docs. I wish their docs said more about a lot of things. It's essentially the same thing, but it doesn't really tell you like is it looking can't find React in live stream dist. Okay. Seems like it's looking within dist for everything, which doesn't make sense. Do I need to be more explicit here? A different import of React? Same deal. So you're saying don't do this? No worry, Joseph. I appreciate that you're doing that. Yeah, Dan, Winkle in the chat is actually my manager, Dan. And Dan, Joseph, was talking to Drew yesterday, and it sounds like he might be writing some tutorial blog posts for us. Import default as React from React. Import default as React from React. So instead of doing it like this, default as React, like that tells. I think that's what you're talking about. Oop. Still can't find it. That's so strange. Super frustrating. Let's see. Let me, you know, I'm going to fire up the Discord here. I'm just going to drop in the Discord and say, just dropping in Discord, see if any of the party corgis can come out to play. A lot of them probably have some insight here. I would imagine at least a couple of them have built tools. Wignall, let's get that Wignall. So that didn't work. I don't know why. You'd think it would. And I can't wait to find out that the issue is something like, all right, thanks, Tony. I appreciate the help. We got a little bit further. I appreciate that. So have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Let's see. I'm still not convinced about this. Default is imported from external module React, but never used. Yeah, I mean, that next, yeah. Or Pika package, or I don't know. Something like that. I mean, because I really can't think of anything else that it would be. Unless this is the wrong syntax, but that seems to be what they suggest in their docs. Like should we just, maybe we do write this in Rust and compile it to WebAssembly or something like that, because this is like a joke. See, I still don't know about the globals thing. Yeah, me too, Dan. That would be good when you should set up your Twitch account. Yeah, I think one of the live coders, Ben Lannon, who built the live coder site, he, I think, has done some streams on Rust to WebAssembly compilation. Okay. Pika package. Sure. Ooh, it sounds like, I think I hear a knock at the front door. It sounds like pizza might be here. Friday night. Oh, so Pika package makes pack and snowpack. I didn't realize that they did snowpack as well. Snowpack reinstalls your dependencies as single JS files, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I from what Chris was talking about with it, it sounded like it was something else. I think maybe pack. Use pre-configured plugins to build your package. Choose plugins or optimizations to match your needs. Let us build the entire package. Pipeline. Standard, node, web, types. To use next for React. Yeah, Joseph, they're not. They all say they're like, I'm zero config, and then when it doesn't work after like 2 minutes or after you get outside of like a very simple use case. Towels, micro bundle. Yeah, I saw some people talking about micro bundle at next. Is that what that is? Oh, nice. Yeah. Have fun, Dan. That sounds fun. Portal is super cool. As is React Portal. So maybe you can transition her from Portal the game to React development, and then she can have this type of fun on a Friday night too. Next. Yeah, so Tony, that's part of the semantic versioning, right? Where you do like an at next. But the thing is, if I wanted to update, oh, you know what I did the other day? Today I learned it was micro bundle, and you do at and then a caret, I think, and then it lists out the available versions. Oh, what's up, Prince? You like the stash? Yeah, dude. I really need lights. That's the next. I got this mic mount. Next thing I need is lights. But Dan, my manager, who is just in here, actually the one night I told my wife I wanted to do this. Next day at stand up, Dan is in there with the stubble cut into the stash. And I was like, okay, well, then I got to do it too. It's just a sign. So now 2 of 4 people on my team have it. The engine node is incompatible with this. Okay, that's a what? Okay. So Prince, you came in to watch the pain. Yeah, see, it didn't update that at all. Why is that? the engine node is incompatible with this module. Oh, is it because my NVM version is too old? Let's see. NVM use 12.16.1. All right, now let's try the same thing. Okay, that looks like it worked. Yep, micro bundle next. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just gonna take a quick break. Gonna keep the music going, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so it looks like now, Tony and Joseph, some of these things are not, we're not getting the same errors. We're getting this same deal here, but we're not getting that error about the node resolve. You'll have to change the module to dis.mgjs, or will you? I don't know. Let's see. Please work. Nope. Same message. So we reduced our error messages by 1, but we're still having the same problem. So check the dist. Check the dist to see what the. So Tony, here's our dist. What were you looking to see specifically? That there's RM it. Yeah, let's do it. RM, RF, dist. And down here, let's just get rid of this Gatsby cache. I know there's a Gatsby command. I think npx Gatsby clean. I'll also remove our node modules. Or no, actually, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Okay. Four times, throws the same error. So it's this, every file it builds, it's saying, hey, I don't know where this is. What's up, everybody in chat? Looks like we got 7 people in here right now. That's pretty cool. That seems to be what happens in my streams. Oh, now we're down to 5. Okay. I won't address you anymore because it seems like when I talk to you, you leave. Oh, thanks for the follow, 99KR. I appreciate that. That's one of the first follows with the new overlay. So that's cool. Digital Drummer, if you want to go, you can go. I appreciate you dropping in the chat. I mean, this has been an hour and 30 minutes of exactly what you're seeing right now. It's basically me, Joseph, and Tony trying to figure out what the heck. Okay. Do I need... Okay, so now I'm just going to start trying things where I just get rid of stuff. Yeah, no, I don't think it's the React issue. It's more like this idea of like how you bundle and build packages, which is new to me. Like I've not really done this previously, so yeah, there's a lot of pain. So we're still same issue, can't find React. I don't know why it's looking in the dist folder, or is it just that this file specifically is not finding it? Maybe that's what it is. And maybe what Tony was saying is that this should be a different, maybe this should be MJS, he said. Or is it ESM? I really dislike when there's like multiple, it's like, just choose one. You don't have this issue with which part? When you're building a package? Like, I thought this would be easy. It's just a React component that makes some API calls and then renders something. Yeah, same deal. Just can't seem to find it. It's importing use state and use effect, but it doesn't seem to import React. Let's do... So it looks like I have some... Why is this... What's happening? I don't have React in here. Hey, what's up, Ryan Warner Codes? Tony, I am using... Are you saying just add it manually in here and see what happens? Because I'm doing it here. Import React from React. Do I need to do them separately? So you're saying... Oh, I got you. So instead of doing this, try... So make the hooks just... React dot use. Okay, let's try that. Hey, we don't get that error anymore. npx, Gatsby clean, yarn run start. Okay, so this is not throwing those errors anymore. So this is no longer complaining about anything, and this is still complaining about the same exact thing. Import E from React. So it's importing React. I mean, here's the license information. The only thing I can think of is that it doesn't look like we have React in our node modules here, but it's in our... You know what? Let me try this. Yarn add d react dom. Let's try it now. Oh, it looks like it built. Oh, Ryan Warner Codes. That's my first subscription, my friend. I appreciate that. That's the first time that's ever happened. So I think what happens is, yeah, dude, I made you a mod. You're my first subscriber. Make some emotes. I really need to look into more about what the like affiliates can do with the chat and the emotes. I really haven't looked into that enough. Hey, what's up, Jacob? All right, let's see. So something built, right? Something built. Let's see. Localhost 3005. That's the wrong one. Is it 8,000? Yeah. Gatsby's 8,000. Yep. Get one emote per sub tier. Oh. Yeah, I was watching Kurt's stream yesterday. I meant to put a Twitter panel or pane on my channel page, since I'm always on Twitter. But oh, I bet it does. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Okay. So we have our errors are gone. which is good. Still not working. And this is the, let's see. Yeah, so this is the test Gatsby page that because in my personal blog it wasn't working, and I was considering that maybe it was because I'm using MDX renderer or something like that. But if we comment this out, this should render. Okay, cool. So it's clearly something having to do with the package. Duplicate React or something wrong with the hooks. Yeah, the hooks should be fine. I mean, we can look at them. I'm happy to be proven wrong. However, I feel like I've been writing a lot of articles on hooks, so I have a pretty good understanding of them at this point. But so we have a use state and a use state, and then we have just one use effect somewhere in here. Where is it? Yeah, so we have one use effect, and it runs one time. This error is, yep, the externals isn't working correctly in the library. Yeah, so Tony, now I just have external React. I know we had the stuff for the UMD. Maybe I need to bring that back. Maybe that's what's going on here. Where is their GitHub page here? Yeah, because they were doing, where's the example? Yeah, I think I need to do this. So I'll do it here and here. And so it was React, and React DOM, I think we did. Let's try that again. Again, no errors. This is still compiling. It's not even throwing the error anymore. But then in here, it's saying that does this not need to be, maybe because this is intended to be used within a React app or a Gatsby app, we don't need these peer dependencies. Maybe they just need to be dev dependencies. Does that seem right? Let's see. Let's try it out. So I'm saying, like, maybe this doesn't need to be here. Get out of here. Same deal. So yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm wondering, do I not need these externals? Like, because Gatsby has it, Gatsby requires as a dev dependency React. So I'm wondering, maybe I don't need any of this? Let's try it. Maybe I do. You mean my library? Same thing. You might have more than one copy of React. Okay. You think Gatsby will babble any imports, or you're saying don't use like a bundled version, just use like the actual source file, Jacob? So Talves, I actually commented out all the emotion stuff, but I didn't take it out of the package. Maybe I should take it out of here. Like that. Nope. So Jacob, let's try using source, the source files instead. What is that entry? I think it is. Yeah, I want it to be usable for Gatsby and for React apps. So this is maybe just a sign that I don't understand package JSON. Hey, what's up? El Porifio, I think it is. Yeah, we're working on this NPM package, trying to see if we can get it to work. The main field is a module ID that is the primary entry point for your program. That is, if your package is named foo and the user installs it, then it doesn't require foo. If your module is meant to be used client side, it should be, the browser field should be used instead of the main field. So we're doing source, main, module. But so Jacob, you're saying that maybe it should be like that? Let's try it. Oh boy. Cannot import the generated bundle. Okay. Yeah, I have a package that I created that detects if you're streaming on Mixer, Twitch, or YouTube, and if you are, then it embeds a responsive iframe. And it works in a Create React app, but if for some reason I can't get it to work in a Gatsby app, Gatsby supports third-party components. You can install third-party components with NPM. It's not recommended to mix package managers. So if you install something, blah, blah, blah. Module exports plugins. After installation, add any necessary plugins. But that is... These are like Gatsby plugins. Do I need to add it to the Gatsby config? I don't think so, but let's try it. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's not a Gatsby plugin. Their docs are seem to suggest that, but I'm willing to try anything at this point. This is almost 4 hours in the past 2 days of trying to figure out what the heck. It's 8,000. Nope. So that doesn't matter. That idea goes out the window. Okay. Yeah, so I don't understand why this doesn't work in... Since Gatsby uses server-side rendering, the JSX code is usually compiled before the browser loads. Because of this, certain features are not available at compile time. I'm not using window document or local storage. Porting from Create React app. Server-side rendering means pages and content are built out in the node server and then sent to the browser. It's like your pages are constructed before even being sent to the user. Gatsby is server-side rendered at build time, meaning that the code that gets to the browser has already been run to build pages and content. Some React components don't have server-side rendering support out of the box, so you might have to add it. What? But why come? If anybody in the chat knows of any good Gatsby plugins that are simply React components, maybe that would be good. I know there's React Helmet. Gatsby plugin React Helmet. Drop-in support for server-side rendering data added with React. Okay. So I'm importing it into Gatsby Jacob like this. Import React from react-livestream, and then you just use it here. No, Tals, it does not. No window. No document. None of that. Yeah, what's up, James? How's it going? Happy Friday to you. And so, Jacob, right now we're actually using a locally linked version of this. So it's looking in, as you can see, my local code React Livestream dist index. So it's looking in the right place. It's exporting it properly. Yeah, I'm about to... I don't know how much longer I'm going to hang out because I got some dinner to eat as well. And it seems like no matter what I do, this doesn't seem to work. Yeah, Jacob, I'm using Yarn Link right now. Peer dependencies? Do I need to make Gatsby a peer dependency? I mean, we made React a peer dependency because my understanding is that that's potential. Peer dependencies would be like environments that you're using this tool within. Okay. I guess that Wignall didn't work too well. Guess everybody's having Friday fun. So you think that when I import from Gatsby, you mean using Gatsby, I want to import from the source, but how would I indicate that in my package JSON? No, I'm not. Yeah, the only reason I was trying that is just because I see that here the Gatsby plugin for React Helmet is actually is doing that. But I don't think doesn't look like they're importing it either. Like they're not using. Yeah, okay. Well, there goes that idea. Get rid of this altogether. So this package has an index.js that's just a comment. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but why is it that it seems that it doesn't, Gatsby's not interpreting a React component the same way that it's being interpreted inside of a Create React app? Like what? Why? Yeah, I honestly have no idea. No clue. Yeah, Taos, it's literally just, that's the most frustrating part. It's a React component. That's it. There's nothing special. All it is a React component. But for some reason, none of this seems to work. You don't have the, is there a way for me to test it in a Gatsby mono? So all I did is I just created a new Gatsby app using npx Gatsby new. And then I have not touched any files inside of it other than importing this and then putting this here. That's it. And I changed it. I added an environment variable. Yeah, so Jacob, I'm doing ESM CJS file ESM. So I'm using microbundle and it's outputting these three things, or these two things. So we have a main, which I believe is the common JS. Then we have our module, which is our ES module. So what they're doing here is they're just doing it as a .js file. Can I do that? I guess I don't understand any of this. These different formats like common JS versus ES module, ESM, like. Okay, so that's for node environments. UMD stands for Universal Module Definition. And ESM is for imports. Is it something stupid like the fact that I have my default export statement separate from my function definition? Okay. At this point, I'm just like guessing. So it says it does modern ES, CJS, and UMD. I don't have a UMD main. Dist. .m.js. Is that what I'm doing wrong? .m.js? Here, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Get rid of this. Module, ES module, CJS. I mean, we can do a UMD, but I don't think... The module imports, the code compiles, then you get an error. Yeah, so the... Yeah, so Tony, I'm not sure... How would that be happening? I mean, these are my... Oh yeah, have fun, Joseph. Thanks for hanging out. At the console errors, okay. All right, invalid hooks call. So it looks like there's two. Is it because this imports... So we import React in our Gatsby project, of course. Okay. So it's saying that there's two Reacts. That's because we're importing React here. And then there's another one, which it doesn't show us where. So it's saying it might, this person is saying it might not actually work, like locally. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is work. Everything's compiling now. Should we try publishing it and then importing it from NPM into our, let's try it. I don't want to check this in at all. Oh, what? Why did it write these in the source file? What? Has it always been writing these in the source file? Do I want to keep these source maps in the source? So it looks like when I ran the build command, it created these. Is that a serious command? I thought you were joking. Specified in dependencies. Yeah, what's up, Chris? How's it going? Happy Friday. Yeah, so it looks like it's hoisted, it's specified in the dependencies of Gatsby CLI. Oh, man. Talbs, is this normal that it's creating source maps in my source? I guess so. I thought it only wrote these files in dist. Okay, that is okay. Because I'm thinking what from that comment I just saw that maybe I should try to bump the version and publish it real quick and see if I can import it from NPM. Yeah, so those files should not be in source, right? So I need to remove all of these. I don't know why. How the hell did they get in there? Index.mjs.map, index.modern.js.map. Oh, and I didn't even... How can I just want to remove all of these, please, without having to do it one at a time. Permission denied. Okay. Cool. This is one of those days where... because I put the module. Oh, yeah. One time I did that. It's still dist now. I think, yeah, one time I accidentally did that. Microbundle uses the target name as the target location path. No, its docs say that main is for where it builds, and this is where the common JS goes, and this is where the ESM goes. Right? And then source is the file it's reading from. Okay. All right, so I'm going to add all this stuff. Try to fix this. And let's try this. Let's npm publish. Let's see if that person's comment was actually correct. Okay, so 1.04 is now up. Mm-hmm. 1.04. So let's go to our Gatsby project. Oh, do I not have... This might be me being the stupid... Taos, it might be that I don't have it in my dependencies. That would be unreal. So yeah, I'm using yarn. So I want to yarn add react-livestream. Yeah, because I was originally doing this in my own Gatsby site, but then I quickly spun up this little demo project and probably didn't install it because I forgot, but I was trying to isolate the issue. Okay, so now it's there. So now it's looking for, again, it's looking for it in the wrong place. And this should be pulling out of the node modules, unless it's not for some reason. Yarn, unlink. RMRF, node modules, npx, Gatsby, clean. Okay, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm clearing the cache and blowing away the node modules and everything. This is interesting that the Gatsby cache is taking this long to clear. Interesting. There's a problem loading the local clean command. Gatsby. The module shouldn't bring with it React. All right, thanks for hanging out, Jacob. Appreciate it. Have a good time. Have a good weekend. Yeah, why? Tell us, why is it looking in the pages directory? It says it can't resolve it, but this is what was happening to James Quick too, but he eventually got this to work somehow. So I'm not sure why that would be the case. It seems that it can't find it in here, but I'm clearly importing it from my node modules It's no longer coming from our local package. No, you were helpful. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, this is, yeah, Tony, this is, so it seems that it's saying that it can't find React Livestream inside of pages, inside of index, which is exactly the one that we're trying to import this into. But I don't know why it wouldn't be able to find it, because we have it installed according to our package JSON, React Livestream 104. If we go into our node modules, React Livestream, what's this little caret? Symbolic link. It's still symbolically linking. Why? Why? I said unlink. If I could spell, that'd be helpful. Yarn unlink React Livestream. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Talbs, why? How is this still linked? I unlinked it. Like, get out of here. I don't want any of, just bye. Yarn. Yeah, I don't know what. I didn't use it in VS Code. That's the thing. I only have been doing it via the command line, but why it's still linking when I explicitly said not to is a mystery. So where are our node modules? Okay, test Gatsby. Test Gatsby. Don't save. Okay, we have our node modules. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's symbolically linked anymore. Okay, sorry about that. Is it a mono repo? No, it's like just, it's the base starter. All I did was npx Gatsby new. That's it. And again, it still can't find it, so. Is that something, does it have to do with the starter, do you think? Does it have to do with one of these like node scripts or something? For which files? The React Livestream files? It looks like dist is not in here. Source is, but dist isn't. Yo, what's up, Kurt? Yo, what's up, Kurt? We're gonna. There, you think this is the Yeah, there's no dist, but why is there no dist? Because the thing is, I have dist not included in my Git. Yeah, so why is it not published? I thought when you published, npm publish. Do I have to say I want it to publish the dist folder too? How do I do that, Talbs? Is that within... Do I need to do like an npm config of some sort? Files dist license readme. Okay. In the package or in the... Yeah, in the package, I would imagine. Files. I don't have a files key. Let's go back to here. Files, files. The optional files field is an array of file patterns that describe the entries to be included when your package is installed as a dependency. File patterns follow the same thing as get ignore, but reversed, including a file will make it file included. So yeah, we definitely want to include this, right? Yep. Always included, regardless of settings. I mean, yeah, at this point, I have no idea. All right, let's do files. So always included. So this means I don't have to enter these, I think, Towels. I think it just does it. So it seems that, let's see, optional files field. Omitting the field will make it default to, see, omitting the field makes it default to a star. So shouldn't it take everything? Yeah, so I totally need dist. Like, definitely want to do dist. I just want dist. Like that? Yeah. Yeah, so Kurt, if there's no files key and it's deploying everything, then why would it have not taken the dist with it? Is it because it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that it's being ignored? Was dist missing when you published? Yeah, maybe. All right, so now I have dist in here. Okay, so let's bump this maybe and publish it and try it again. So all we did was we bumped the version and we added dist to files. Then let's publish it. Then we're gonna yarn add react. Okay. Yep, I already did that. This is what happens when you just use the up key all the time. All right, yarn run start. Oh, true, yeah. Okay, that's probably a better idea than just bumping versions over and over again and hoping that it works. It loads. All right. Is there any error in the console? Twitch support requires Twitch client ID and Twitch username prop. So I have a Twitch username prop. So this might be the same issue I had previously with some of the environment variables in Gatsby. I'm using a .env file, but I have a feeling that it might have something to do with the .env production versus local. So we know we have a username. We know we have that. Yeah, Kurt, I have it like that. So I'm going to pull this over here so you can't see my key, but Gatsby Twitch client, that's exactly how I spelled it. And it's just in a .env file. Yeah, so Tony, it sort of worked. Now it's like, it's just not rendering anything. It seems to think I'm not passing it the props that it needs. However, I am. So I have a feeling what's happening here. I'm actually going to take this off the screen too, because I'm going to try to log out the environment variable. I think it's not picking it up properly. Oh, thanks, Kurt. Yeah, I'm getting close. So it looks like now the problem is that the Gatsby environment variable is not being picked up properly. So I have it logging, and it's defined in a .env file. So why that wouldn't be working, not sure. All right, let's go to the Gatsby docs. Environment variable. Okay, so it looks like we need to do .env development and .env production. Yes, it is. Hopefully you can't see it. Yeah, it's a API key that you get from Twitch. All right, let me restart this and see if it logs properly now. It does, yes. Cool. Okay. All right. So I can bring this back over. Sorry about that. And then let's go to our local host, 8000. Oh, hold on one second. I actually don't want to log it. It is coming through. Just believe me, I logged it. Hopefully you didn't see it. I don't want to do what I'm doing. What do you mean? By making an API request? Error fetching data for H is not defined. So it looks like it's pulling the right thing now. No, so basically the package does not have any keys in it. The person using it needs to pass the key as a prop to the component. And the prop, in this case, just because we're using a Gatsby site, I have it stored in an environment variable in the Gatsby app, not in the package. So that nobody will see that. So it looks like we're still getting an error at pay index 11. Yeah, that's inside it. So it's our package that's causing this. H is not defined. Is this having something to do? Oh, you mean, so you're saying when the Gatsby app, when it builds, then it'll bake in that key, and so if somebody looked at the source code, they could potentially see it? Yeah. Well, from what I understand, Twitch is actually changing the API. So if I can ever get this to work, then I'll have another fun project to work on, is to deal with their new authentication procedure. But I honestly don't know at this point what could really be happening. H is not defined. It seems like something with the build is making it, like, I don't know if it's minifying or uglifying or what it's doing, but yeah, I honestly don't know from here, like, what the next step would be. Oh, you mean so, like, basically the component would call a serverless function, which would then give us the response from the API after using the key in the serverless environment. Yeah, see, that was originally something I was thinking about, but then I was like, just to use this package, then you would need to deploy a serverless function as well, which seems like that would be onerous to ask of someone using just a React component. But yeah, if nobody in the chat has any ideas potentially how to proceed from here, I think I might call it quits for the day, just because it's been 2.5 hours and we still can't get this to work. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm not really sure. The above error occurred in the location provider. But it doesn't, like, these errors are terrible, to be honest. They literally give you no context whatsoever. Yeah, so I'm going to call it quits for the day, because it seems like, yeah, like there's no H function. Yeah, because it's being minified, I would imagine. But, of course, they're, like, yeah, so here, JSX, a custom JSX pragma like React create element default H. Yeah, I don't know. So let's just say today was another defeat. Maybe we'll come back either tomorrow or Sunday or something like that and look at this again. But yeah, I mean, what would happen if I did that? Would that actually work? Let's just do it. Load it for a second. Talvs, you think I need to specifically do that? Yeah, maybe, because it says it's default to H, but we don't want to do that. We want to do react.create element. So let's add that here to our scripts, right? Something like that. I don't know if it's equal though. That's the thing, they don't really show all examples. I don't think it is though. All right, so let's try that. Yarn run start. Yarn learn, run, develop. Oh, well, we don't need to. I mean, I think what we need to do is try to publish it, but maybe we try linking it again. All right, so different errors. Yeah, thanks, Talva. I appreciate the help. These are all ESLint errors. So Webpack is linting the module. It doesn't like some of what it's finding. Error. Unexpected assignment of a function call that instead saw an expression. Interesting. Yeah, these are totally ESLint errors. I've been configuring ESLint stuff at work lately, so absolutely, that's what this is. So these lint errors are being thrown by the Webpack server. So does that mean that, where does Gatsby make, like where are all of Gatsby's ESLint configs? It's like hidden from us, isn't it? Yeah, they have like their own lint. So I'm not sure why. So it seems that it's linting my source code and doesn't like my linting style, or it doesn't like a couple things. Expected an assignment or function call and instead saw an expression. Yeah, like do I have to define my own ESLint to prevent them from linting with theirs? Because that's definitely on the list of things I have to do for this package. I need to add a prettier config and an ESLint config. Actually, GitHub. So I'm going to copy this. Actually, oh no, I can't copy this because we did some TypeScript stuff, so never mind. So you're saying disable the lint for now. Oh, you're saying do like the ESLint fix? Yeah. For now, disable linting, but I don't think I can. I don't know how I disable linting inside of the Gatsby project, because this is a linter error from Gatsby. Gatsby build no lint. Oh, really? So if I come in here and do .eslint rc and just make it empty, apparently this won't lint. Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Oh, back to the same issue that we started with. So clearly the error occurred in the W component. All right, so it's something with conflicting build tools and compilation and some sort of shit like that. The keyword, yeah, is reserved, but for importing things, like that's what I don't understand. I'm getting these weird errors. All right, let's delete that. And you know what? We're going to actually call it a day because this clearly isn't getting any further. So thanks again for hanging out in the chat. I appreciate it. Let's see. We've created a new dist and we have a new package JSON, but we don't want this to be in our Git history. So you get it because ESLint. It's knowing you use ES6 import statement. Yeah. Also, why is this in my... I cleared this out of my history, so... it's so fun when things just don't work. So git add package. Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. So we've done some stuff, not all the stuff that we would want. Okay. All right, cool. So we made it a little further. We still have a lot of problems to work out. Don't understand what's going on. But thanks for hanging out. Again, I'm Ryan. I'm a front-end developer at Fauna. And so hopefully this will you'll soon see this live streaming feature right here. And when I'm streaming, it'll just be embedded right into my site. And then other folks with Gatsby sites can use it as well. So I'll be back probably within the next couple days to work on this because it's starting to frustrate me. And I want people to be able to use it. So please come back. And thanks for hanging out on a Friday. I really appreciate it. Cheers to y'all. Have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, and make sure to take care of each other. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming. Peace.